Hello, everybody. This is Renault, and today we're going to do a new series after the end of Unit 44, which which crashed and burned at the end. Very sorry to say. But today we're going to start with the 12. And the 12 is a kind of like a Western dystopia out in the farmlands. Not all too much unlike Trespasser earlier, and also there's another series called Go West. Seems like there was a brief period of time where a large portion of alternative catalog was Western end-of-the-world dystopias out in the country. Anyway, the 12. Let's get started on this. So again, we have a very dynamic cover. XII did kind of a callback to this cover with their number one. This is a 5-part series, the 12. The story is by Patrick Trahey. Font or whatever. Actually, the credits are going to be in the book, so I'll just go over the cover. And so the name of this issue number 1 is Beware the Dead Roads. So let's just jump on in. By the way, this is a pretty good cover. Normally, covers don't tell you much or they're misleading. But this one kind of gets straight to the point. This has a lot to do with what happens inside, but I'm not going to spoil it any more than what I'm already showing here. We'll just have to go through it, and then you'll get spoiled then. So we get a little introduction. And you can tell this is one of the older series because there used to be a brief... Their newer books have a brief synopsis of what the book is about right up here. And then there's an Alterna logo. So this is a little bit older book. Anyway, reading... The Sacred City holds the promise of a better life for Caleb and his family, but they'll have to travel the dead roads to get there. Unfortunately for them, a shadowy group known as the 12 is hot on their trail. Alterna Comics presents the 12. So we see Caleb running, trying to get to his truck, and is this the 12? There are 12 people here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11? Did I count that right? Only 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's somebody right here. Can't quite see it. Anyway, he gets to his truck, and one of them shoots Caleb with a sniper rifle. And they very slowly approach. They've got him surrounded. They've got him dead to rights. If they want him dead, he's going to be dead. If they want to torture him, he's going to torture. They're going to torture him. Where's my family? What did you do to them? Where are they? Tell me where they are, or so help me. Wow, gut every last what the fuck is that? No, what the hell are you doing? I'd go louder, but I have housemates, so I can't really shout, but you get the idea. 1 week earlier. So again, this is the credits I was talking about earlier. Patrick Trahey is the creator and writer. Luis Suarez is the pencils, inks, and tones. I don't know what tones means. I have no idea. Letterer Balloons by Magnus. Colors and letterers text by Peter Samedi. So anyway, we see the life. It's again, like I said, country dystopia out in the West. This is a week earlier. And you can see disaster has struck. A possum or some other sort of critter has gotten into the supplies, which is a very big deal when food is scarce. You can see he's got 3 kids, and himself and his wife. So this is a big deal. We're introduced to the hardship. He's making a very big deal. He's taking this very seriously. And he's teaching them all about how important this is, because this isn't, oh, we'll just clean it up. This is kind of like a life or death situation, so it's not to be taken lightly. And he's emphasizing that to his kids, so he's being a pretty good dad, to be honest, letting them know that this is no joke. Let's skip a couple pages. So again, he's giving the kids a life lesson about how important food it is here. And he's not just telling them, the kids, he's telling us. And this is kind of just to emphasize how hard it is out here in this environment. Every little thing has to be taken seriously. You have to have precautions. Every little bit of food matters. You know, you've got these little pots growing in the window. These aren't empty. There's food growing. You've got little thing here. There's not a rose bush to look pretty. They're growing food. You know, like we cover them up so that you don't get butterflies laying eggs on them, but it doesn't matter. So this is a big deal, etc., etc. And it turns out some pigs got out. Again, everything is taken seriously. Every little hardship is taken seriously. He's ringing the bell. Or she's ringing the bell, one of the little girls. And they're coming out with guns. Because, again, everything matters. So anyway, some pigs got out. And they need those pigs for food to last or whatever. And then you got this slacking drunk with the two doggos. Oh boy. He's trying to sleep off the moonshine around here. He's a cut up, this guy. Anyway, so this is some very good storytelling, letting you know how important. Because again, he's supposedly teaching the children about planting and importance, but he's actually telling us. And that's clever, without feeling like we're being lectured to. Let's skip a couple pages. So, they get him and the slacker guy is the wife's little brother. So, this is Caleb, this is his wife, and the slacker we saw earlier was her little brother. Just a goof. And so they get into a 3-page argument. Then one of their neighbors comes around because he heard the bell and he came with his truck and his guns. Because again, you got to look out for each other. But you know, everything is treated seriously, and we see that with this panel in this page. So later that evening, the little girl is being taught how to read. Of course, children don't really see why it's that important to know how to read. But anyway, they see a stranger coming along. Again, everything is serious. I like how she you don't even see the gun in the previous panels. She just has it. Now, sometimes that doesn't work, but we saw her with the gun earlier, so we know she just has it around. And even though it's not in this previous panel, we know she has it around. So when she just picks it up, it's not like, whoa, where did that gun come from? Because we already saw she keeps it, you know. It's her best friend. A lady's best friend is not a diamond. It's a gun. So anyway, he's just a straggler. And he's asking if they can help him. But don't you come any closer. We don't take kindly to strangers. No, ma'am. Go get your paws, sweetheart. No safe harbor here. Well, don't be so rash. I'll leave with it. No harbor here. Now, I want to point out that they're 2 or 3 pages of, you can't stay here. We don't have anything for you. We don't have anything. Get lost. Go away. Now, of course, he's like, oh, but please, I'm just an old man. So let's skip a couple pages. And it turns out it was an ambush. Not necessarily by the 12, but by him and his group of marauders. While he was making a spectacle of himself up front, him and his group of marauders surrounded the house from the back and set the house on fire. After after they robbed the place of their food and some food and supplies. So that's how cold-blooded everything is. They burn down the house just to make sure that, the family doesn't follow them. And they burn down the house. Now, this is their neighbor. He's letting them know that there's a cave nearby. And you can see the house was burning. They're trying to salvage what they can. Everybody looks just dejected. And so he gathers everybody up. They go to the this cave that he knows about. But it's not really a cave, as you can see. It's an abandoned bunker. So that's just kind of how this, again, emphasizing that this world is a bit of a dystopia. It's an abandoned bunker in case something horrible happened. These were a big deal in the 50s when we thought we were going to have a nuclear war. But anyway, the neighbor says there's this place they know about. He takes them there. And so they're wondering how they're going to survive at this point. Until finally, the neighbor... Well, I don't want to spoil too much before we get there. The neighbor, Caleb the father, and the son. So the neighbor, the father, and the son, they're like, look, we have to go into the dead roads. We can't survive otherwise. And of course, the wife is like, no, you can't go, and you're definitely not taking the son. But it's like they have no way to survive. And so you can see them. Again, this is some pretty good visual storytelling. Looking sad as the three of them go off. Before they go off, they go back to the house to see if there's anything left to salvage. And dead doggos. So that's how the Marauders are real scumbags. But the son, he gets emotional, he gets hot. And the father's like, no, we're out to look for food and shelter, not revenge. Come on, Eli. The son's name is Eli. I don't know the neighbor's name yet, but the son's name is Eli. So the father's name is Caleb, the son's name is Eli, and we don't know the neighbor yet. And so the three of them are going off to the dead roads. There's nothing left. There's like, don't come back unless you find some help. So the next issue is Innocence Lost. I definitely recommend this series so far, based off of issue number 1. And by the way, when I do these reviews, I don't read ahead. So I don't know what's going to happen. And so when I say check out the next issue or look at the next book, I mean that. Anyway, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. And I hope you all check out The 12 by Alterna. Bye-bye.